Alright, it's time to review every single spear in 5 seconds, another installment in the series. I forgot to mention at the start of my one-hand sword video that I'll put a little icon in the top right if I think weapons are worth keeping duplicates of, or if they're worth pearling. Another thing I've put in the top right of this video is a picture of Recollections of Dusk Theo if the weapon has a barrier skill as well. Remember that it can be worth just keeping a few barrier skill weapons around, especially early in your account, just to help you get through Recollections of Dusk nice and easily. Alright, let's get into it. Firstly, all 2-star spears are bad, don't use them. All 3-star spears are bad except for the following 8. Firstly, the Goldfeather Coleman, which is one of the best 3-star sub-weapons in the game for dark teams thanks to Dynamic Cage Vigor and Void Boon. Fortune's Ivory is a new spear, it's very good for light teams thanks to Dynamic Bold Vigor and Lucid Boon. The Imperial Vertebra is just a liquid boon sub-weapon for water teams, it's quite nice. Judgment Lance, again, just a Tempest Boon sub-weapon for wind teams. Cryptolith Spear, which is a good sub-weapon for light teams thanks to Lucid Boon. We have the Aloof Halberd, which is a versatile sub-weapon with Vigor and Static Cage Vigor of 12%. And then lastly, the Trial Shearing Pike, WR0A. Versatile sub-weapon with Vigor and Ambush, but outclassed by many other weapons. Alright. Lastly, Dragoon Lance, which has 2 defense break skills, which is useful if you're down bad for wind support weapons in Subjugation. Alright, onto the 4-star spears. First one is Wars Chronicle 3, which is terrible. Has an AoE defense break, but either way, it's not that good. Next we have Spear of the Usurper, which has a niche use as a sub-weapon in Berserker builds for PvE, because it has a timed ambush passive, which is quite nice. Next we have the Type 3 Lance, which is one of the best early release weapons. It's a good and versatile sub-weapon thanks to Vigor and Cage Vigor, and you can use it as a main hand with a 500% blitz. Shiny Lance is a decent weapon for Arena because of its short weapon skill cooldowns, but it's also a great sub-weapon for PvE, Blaze Boon and Fatal. Probably worth pearls, but low priority on the pearls. The Crud Law, or the Crude Law, not sure. Good sub-weapon for fire teams in Subjugation PvE with Blaze Boon and Ambush, very nice. Mechanical Refuse is a good support weapon for Subjugation and Tower with a defense break and an attack break skill. Darkweave Pike is a free handout weapon which is quite versatile as a sub-weapon thanks to Vigor and Ambush. Silver Snow Tail, I hate this thing, it just stops you from pulling good weapons. Maybe keep it for its barrier skill. The Devil Queen, free handout, and it sucks, don't use it. SIF 06, strong and versatile sub-weapon, it's a very underrated weapon, 15% ambush, 10% vigor, very nice. It also is good for PvE thanks to its poison and self-recover, which is good for tanky builds. Next we have the Blackbird Lance, free handout, pretty decent for a free handout, but not the greatest. Chase Spear has fast weapon skill cooldowns, but no 14-second skill, which sucks. And it's okay as a sub-weapon, but really, it's not that good. Thunderflash Lance is a good support weapon for Subjugation, thanks to its 30% defense break for 30 seconds, and also a decent sub-weapon for Vigor and Pursuit. Courtly Duty is a great tower and PvE weapon because of its heal/cleanse skill and attack break. The Blackhorn Spite is one of the best spears in the game, good for Arena and Subjugation as a support weapon. It's really, really strong. Four Seasons is an interesting weapon which has an AoE poison for 10 turns, which can be useful for tower. And it's a good Subjugation sub-weapon for supports, makes them more bulky. SIF 06 Alta 4, that's hard to say. It's good as a DPS in Subjugation, that's pretty much it. Can use it as a DPS weapon in tower too. Cicada Husk is a decent support weapon, not the best though. 15% eye for 30 seconds is quite nice, but it's outclassed by other support weapons. The Wretched Spear is good for boosting attack in wind teams, and it's a great sub-weapon with Tempest Boon and Ambush as well. I'd keep dupes of this. Jubilant Spirit is one of the best support weapons for Subjugation. It's a free handout, keep all the dupes if possible, thanks to its Ire skill for 60 seconds. The SIF 06 Scar is one of the best spears for Arena. 14 and 15 second cooldowns, and Temp Fleetfoot is very nice, worth pearls, and keep dupes. Three-Winged Spear is good for PvE content. You can use it as a Subjugation support weapon, thanks to its defense break. Dinas Torment, decent support weapon for Subjugation, but it's outclassed by several others as mentioned earlier. Decent eye skill, but it's only 15 seconds long, and it has a crush for 30 seconds, which is nice. Sublime Concealment, this is the Kebab sword's brother. Decent support weapon thanks to its weapon skills, but not the greatest overall. Yeah, Type 4-0 Lance, or 4-0 Lance, sorry, this is not that good. Core Halfpike, not the greatest. It has 2 5-hit weapon skills though, which is interesting and can help for combos in Wave 1 of Subjugation. Virtuous Dignity has a 20% heal for the party, but there's no real good spear healers yet. The Iron Signpost is one of the best support weapons for light teams in Subjugation, with attack up for 30% for 30 seconds, and an Aya skill, 15% for 30 seconds. Phoenix Lance is a great arena weapon. It's probably the second best arena spear with low cooldowns and excellent passives, worth the pearls for sure. Gay Bolg, or Gay Bulge, I don't know how to say it, one of the best and most versatile sub-weapons for spear users with Vigor and Ambush. Huge base attack, probably worth pearls as a low priority, other weapons are more important. Stratocratic Destiny, this weapon has potential if a spear tank is ever released thanks to its high base HP, self-recovery, and its other skill, which is half decent too. Tormented Furrow-It's just outdated but has a barrier skill. Cruel Arrogance is pretty mediocre, it inflicts self-poison which is interesting, but no units capitalize on this yet for spear users. SIF Unnumbered, this weapon has the potential to be one of the best arena weapons, but there's no Dark Spear main hand to support it yet, but it's got great arena passives in Void Boon and Temp Fleetfoot, worth pearls for sure in the future. SIF Adv Test, strong for PvE content versus light, attack break, and 10% self-recover skills, and also you get that drippy as Noel with it. How good. And then lastly, the Blacktoe Halberd, which is one of the best free handout weapons. Strong, versatile, with dynamic cage, vigor, and vigor. Alright, that was the spears. I'll catch you guys in the next one.